this series. Champ Select up right now as GT taking on IG. GT on the blue side, and there are some really interesting things. The Talia ban makes a lot of sense. The Malzahar ban, however, doesn't necessarily, because Republic's been really shying away from it.
Yeah, the big point is whether or not Republic was going to favor or pick or ban away the Malzahar last set with them, but they instead decided to play against it, or to just ban it away completely. So Republic doesn't favor it. I'm not too sure why they would ban it.
Yeah, very confusing. The Vladimir ban, of course, does make a lot of sense and is going to come in third there for IG. I feel like the Malzahar almost wasn't necessary. I would agree with that, but I guess, you just don't want to play. They just wanted to play it safe.
Yeah, you don't want to go up against Malzahar. That's a fair point. And so, of course, the Talia and the Twisted Fate, great pretty much pick ways from Rookie.
Well, it is going to be the Hecarim first picked here for GT. Wushang probably going to be taking that one into the jungle, although Gimgoon could mix it up, take that one for himself. Zatai, you can see already hovering the Fiora. Be very scary, and I love the Gragas coming out of Kid. We saw Clearlove demonstrating exactly why that pick is so strong, especially in conjunction with an Alistair, something like that. We'll see whether Battleland wants to hop onto the cow or whether IG want to pick up their top lane at this early, as Gangplank's actually locked in away from Gimgoon. I love this from IG.
Yeah, Gangplank lately has been the go-to pick for the top lane. Even for the mid lane, you never know. It's not really the style of this team for Rookie to pick up Gangplank, but of course, early on in the draft, you just can't tell.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Rookie has played the Gangplank in the past, of course, when he was very strong after the first rework, but hasn't since picked it back up now with that more armor penetration flavor that we've been seeing coming from the top side of the map. Of course, Mouse playing it previously today, but it is going to be the Braum GP locked away from Invictus Gaming.
Yeah, great amount of picks there. For the Hecarim one, I'm not too sure. I guess it is a great jungler. I do agree with that. But without the Shen either, you pretty much lose half the effectiveness of the composition.
Yeah, and Clearlove did make it work in EDG's last game. But you're right. It does feel a little bit like it's not the Shen delivery. It's a different option. We'll see whether GT are going to be able to make one of their engage-disengage compositions around the Hecarim this time. Of course, with the Trundle available, Savoki can go back to it, and it doesn't look like IG are going to be heading in that direction, because it looks like we already have a support and a top laner locked away, although still early days, and that Gangplank is definitely still a flex, as that is going to be the Trundle, so they do not want to take any chances. And there it is.
Yeah, that's Game Talents for you. Trundle and Victor, two picks that really have made their name.
Oh, yeah.
So already we have great zone control coming from both champions. You better believe... I want to say that that's going to be going to Savoki, but you just don't know, I guess. That could very well just go to Gimgoon just as well.
That's a good point. And we'll see what IG want to do here. Of course, they are set up for some sort of split push composition with the fact that Gangplank does split quite well, as Marge is going to go back to the Ezreal, the champion he managed to get a quadra kill on in IG's last game. And there's Kid's Gragas. Very comfortable composition already here for IG, and saving Rookie's pick until last.
See, when I see this comp coming from IG, I just see bot lane threat. Gangplank going in for the top lane.
Yeah.
And of course, once you just pick up the Thunderlords just as well, that's just hell raining from above. So I want to see what happens early on, because of course we see this newfound aggression from IG, and if it continues on tonight, then really Game Talents is bot lane. Gotta watch out.
Could be very scary. Pentakill actually trying to take some power down there as well with the Lucian. A little bit more early game strength. And of course, Savoki does love picking Trundle into any melee matchup on the bottom side of the map when it comes to those supports. And Gimgoon, once again, he loves Echo.
Yeah. Echo is a pick that, of course, early lane lately has been challenged. It should be fine, just pretty good into Gangplank. He does get chunked out quite a bit, but can, of course, always farm safely. Big point, of course, is it does help out Game Talents, the same old play, where later on in the game they are going to be incredibly annoying, but at the same time their team fighting is so flexible.
Well, it's exactly what Game Talents do rely on a lot of the time, and they do have a lot of sneaky champions. With the Echo there, of course, Lucian, very swift, and you've got Trundle to try and disengage everything at the same time, and when they need to pull the trigger, they've got that Chaos Storm. They've also got the Onslaught of Shadows coming out of Wushang, which is also a flexible ability in itself. It can be used for escape if they do need to get out. So GT, once again, fashioning themselves this disengaged flavor in their composition. But IG right back into the wheelhouse as Rookie picks up the LeBlanc as the last pick. We saw his Fizz in the last game. Once again, an assassin there for the mid, and there's a lot of damage on IG.
Yeah, and that's just a classic matchup, honestly, for this set. It's going to be Republic versus Rookie. Rookie, right now, pretty much has the game in his hands. Him and Zatai pretty much control the early pace where it depends where they set pretty much their team fights.
That's exactly right, but the coaches are going to shake hands. Let's get into game number 1 of GT versus IG. Thank you very much, PentaQ. And the first dragon for game number 1 here between Game Talents and Invictus Gaming is going to be the Ocean Drake. So we wander out onto the Rift first up. And Raz, are you expecting any lane swaps here early on?
Good question. I would say both lanes really work out for both teams here. I think both would want to go in for standard lanes. Of course, Gragas is just going to be looking for... Oh, actually.
Oh, Balan flashes forward, actually gets the exhaust down as well, gets the flash out of Republic, but really good gravity field is going to stun them up. However, it does mean that that gravity field was taken first, which could cost Republic's lane pressure and no flash.
Exactly. So Republic's going to be going into that lane against LeBlanc with, first of all, he's not going to be able to get level 2 first. It's just not a possibility. And of course, without flash either, so he really needs to watch out against LeBlanc.
Really scary stuff. Unfortunately, of course, Balan unable to land the Winter's Bite. But good reactions there from Republic to make sure that he could get that gravity field down in time and in the right place.
Honestly, that just opens up the point about Balan as a player. Now, I know that's a team-orchestrated play, but Balan has been fitting himself really well onto this team. And at the same time, it feels like he's just been the most proactive support so far. He's only had a couple games.
Yeah.
But in those couple games, he's shown a lot of proactive plays, and at the same time, he's been working well with Kit quite well.
That's exactly what I wanted to talk about as well, because it feels like he's come on and bridged the jungle to the bottom lane. He's created some sort of, I guess, barge system to try and get someone to that deserted island to help this bottom lane out for IG, because it was exactly that for so long. Yeah,
it always felt like the bottom lane was just separate from the rest of the map. Same with the top lane, to be fair. And so now with Balan on the lineup, he's been always duoing with, or just like pretty much always walking with the map around the map with the Kid. So it just felt like wherever he went, the play went, and that's just something that IG generally missed out up until this point, really.
Rookie with a really cute play, kills some minions there, gets level 2, gets the cheeky Q down onto Republic, and is still putting the pressure on. Doesn't have Ignite, remember. It is going to be the teleport here from this LeBlanc, as PentaQ going aggressive. Balan landing that Winter's Bite, and he's going to be okay for the moment.
Now, we've seen the Victor versus LeBlanc matchups. It's not this bad. It's usually actually kind of fine for Victor if he always has to react, but that's just fine. But it feels like Republic right now just doesn't have the abilities to really react because, of course, he started out with that gravity field.
Yeah, you're not going to take that to level 3 normally, as we do have a slight pause coming in. Looks like Gimgoon having a few problems there towards the top side of the map. We shall see, unless we've just decided to have a look at what Gimgoon's thinking about. Can't tell, personally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I guess this opens up a lot of time to talk about what this could mean for Invictus Gaming. Pretty much LeBlanc just having free pressure early. Now, the composition for Invictus Gaming is pretty good. It's a lot of early game action, right?
Yeah.
Now, GP, of course, he's not going to be able to do much up until level 6.
Yep.
But LeBlanc, of course, once he pressures out his lane, he can really do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
LeBlanc can go top. LeBlanc can go bot. Like, at that point, so now Game Talents really had to play against that. They had to fight up against that current to begin with because they have a composition, quite honestly, that they need to just get to the mid game, get to the late game, right?
Yeah.
But now you don't have that early pressure, and it's been pretty much conceded that early without flash either. it's not looking good.
Yeah, it's dangerous times, and we'll see whether they are going to be able to turn that around. Of course, Wushang is on the Hecarim, can potentially get some early pressure, but it's just so hard to gank a LeBlanc just because she's so mobile, does have that distortion, can get herself around, didn't have to blow the flash early on either, and now has that double teleport. So even if you do manage to get a positive damage trade, does still have that in the back pocket. You can just teleport back to lane again. Everything is going to be fine. So could definitely be dangerous. And are IG now looking at a sort of 1-3-1 late game win condition with the double teleports coming out, sort of the assassin plus the GP, trying to get that sorted, or do they not have enough wave clear for the mid lane?
I don't think they're really looking for that. I think the composition really means that they want to, at level 6, once they get the pressure mid, right? Once Gangplank has gotten a lot of pressure topside too, he probably doesn't even need that much pressure. He can honestly, they can just roll him up as a team, go bot lane as 5 or just 4 with Gangplank ulti, and then they can pretty much do that until topside map 2. They can pretty much do that wherever they want, pretty much win as a team, and that's pretty much how I think they're going to play it. There could be a great point for them to look to 1-3-1 if they want to look out to stall the game. Otherwise, I think if they have the first look to action, they pretty much want to play up as a team.
Well, they certainly already have with that level 1 players. We do hop back onto Summoner's Rift. Rookie and Republic continuing to farm things out here as everything is all sorted.
Yeah, earlier you mentioned that Wushang can help him out, can help out the mid lane. But if he does, then that's kind of bad for him too. He needs to farm up to 6. That'll interrupt his ability to pretty much further the comp forward.
Hey, that's a good point. Does want to be building that Trinity Force first as well and doesn't want to fall behind because that item is so incredibly expensive.
Yeah, so that's why one flash, one play that can happen on level 1 can really just impact the rest of the map. Because that loss in pressure, or that stalling out and pretty much Hecarim being able to do it much, that can impact Gimgoon's lane. That'll definitely impact Pentacu's and Savoki's lane.
Well, you can see Kid actually waiting for a potential counter gank because there's a parallel convergence. Zatai immediately flashes as Kid is over the side, gets a flash, but doesn't land the body slam. Wushang tanking so much, however, and Kid's able to pick up first blood. Good positioning from the IG jungler.
Kid really was in a proper position. Really smart idea. It's hilarious when Wushang pretty much poked his head right back out into behind that terrain, saw the Gragas, he was like, oh, this isn't going to be good. But yeah, that was really well done from Kid. And now Kid's going to impact this mid just as well.
Yeah, rotating over. Chains don't land as it's a good gravity field. And there's the passive out from Rookie. Republic taking so much damage as the barrier does come in. Rookie flashes forward, gets the... No, he doesn't!
Oh my God!
And Rookie picks up the... Republic picks up the kill with an auto attack. Dangerous game helping him out there as well. Oh, dear.
That is disastrous. That one play that pretty much would have just ended the game. Right there. Really, like, you could tell that Rookie was pretty tilted off the fact that he didn't get that chain. That chain would have meant the world for him. That would have been another kill. Definitely, like, the barrier off of Victor. But that didn't work out for him. Now he's going to be coming back into a lane with pretty much the MR, the new MR coming out of Victor.
Bit of a disaster. So double Doran's ring picked up. Of course, Hexcore a little bit more expensive on this patch. As the Zatai continuing to get harassed, that is keeping up in farm. Hasn't been back to base just yet. Will now recall to grab that Sheen. We'll see what else he can purchase as Rookie is now back in here. But you're right. Republic has been a shining light. Certainly was in their last series against Newbie. Really showing that when he gets his picks, everything's fine. As the Zatai taking a lot of damage. My God, gets the movement speed from the barrel pop. And he's now running the heck away.
Yeah, he has to get away. He has TP, so perhaps he's not going to be too far behind from that. But Rookie's been playing this lane well after that last death. Now the lane is pretty much in a great position. Republic can't really extend out.
Well, Rookie actually going to throw a little bit over, but Republic using that Q shield eats up the Q from Rookie. Everything will be fine. No Sigil of Malice to do any damage this time around. However, Rookie's just fine. A lot of sustain now in the lane with that Corrupting Potion and the Dark Seal completed.
I wonder how that's going to impact Invictus Gaming's play now. Top lane's definitely ahead, but who knows now with LeBlanc pretty much now having to deal with this matchup.
Well, Chain is going to land, gets the second proc there as well under Republic, but you can see that Negatron Cloak really doing work, and you're right with the fact that it could have been all over from that early stage, but given Republic that kill, Means that he has that extra MR as the Winter's Bite once again going to go wide, but the chains land this time and they get another flash out of Republic.
When will Republic have flash? Every single time it's up, it's down.
Yep.
It's but that was a great roam from Baolan. I was singing his praise earlier, and that is part of the reason. Able to link. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, another chain lands, but the Chaos Storm comes down. Rookie has to get out of the way, and there's the cannon barrage.
Yes!
The tie grabs it. I'm going to say thanks to Thunderlords, because, that has been the adaptation of the Gangplanks. Zatai very happy about that pickup.
They're just able to link the map together. This is what you've always wanted from IG.
Exactly.
Pretty much bot lane advantage, heads to mid, gives mid an advantage, and of course top lane gets an advantage straight off the ulti kill. That was amazing.
It's such a big deal as well because Zatai has been struggling early against Gimgoon's Echo. He has a lot of push pressure and a lot of sneakiness around this lane. As now Kid continuing to want to solidify this one. Chrono Break is going to be available, but good body slam knocks him out of the phase dive. Zatai gets a cheeky auto in there. And he's trying to follow this one up, but the movement speed comes in and Gimgoon is looking to be able to get out. Kid continuing to pressure forward, doesn't have his flash.
It's good pressure. Gimgoon has to go back, doesn't have TP, can shove the lane right in.
Yeah.
So it works out for everybody involved.
Well, good Mimic Distortion there from Rookie, just to try and get some damage down. Republic a level behind at the moment. Rookie continues to have quite a large CS lead. Wushang making use of the fact that Kid was on the top side of the map. Will steal away a blue buff, but his will also leave. This Kid picks that one up as well.
Actually, he's just going to pass that over to Rookie.
Yeah, actually picks that one up with a cheeky Q.
Really nice from Rookie. Does have a pretty significant advantage in the mid lane in terms of CS.
Yeah.
Kill kind of makes up for Victor. But yeah, LeBlanc pretty much plans back in action. LeBlanc is able to pretty much take control of this lane.
Well, Republic continues to take trades from Rookie, who just is able to get out so incredibly fast on this LeBlanc. It's interesting talking about sort of Republic right now because the two champions that are in the mid lane are sort of his two most comfortable champions right now that we've been seeing him have the most success on.
Victor, LeBlanc, carries on both, does incredibly well with both. Pretty much his favorite champions. In fact, pretty much gets them banned away whenever possible.
Yeah. Rookie going to find a minion with that chain. This Republic continues to farm things out, but does continually need to be careful. Hasn't been able to focus on farming. He's 58 to 75 right now. Rookie really taking control in that regard. Another trade comes in, threading the auto attack for the Thunderlords there as well from Rookie. Republic just has to keep being so careful.
Yeah. It's this flash should be coming up. Oh, that.
Yeah, chain's going to land. Rookie looking for more. Another cannon barrage, but there's the barrier. The flash forward from Rookie gets a Q, but it's not going to be enough. As Republic's able to wander away from this one as well.
He's able to survive, but pretty much the entire map is out against Republic.
True shot barrage. No, March doesn't throw it.
Yeah, everybody on the map just wants to kill him.
Yeah.
Great idea, of course, because he is the sole carry of this team. Able to save his team in dire straits just about every set.
One thing I do love about this focus from IG as well is the fact that Victor, with that 1250 hex core purchase that he needs to make at some point, it's so hard if you can't back exactly when you want to. So now has to buy himself that Fiendish Codex. That is another time where he's not going to have that immediate wave clear against Rookie, who can now control the wave.
Exactly, and so of course, with the new, or with the nerf in general, the question was always about, actually, there we go.
Yeah, there's the body slam. Immediately, Wushang has to use the ult to get out, but it's not going to be enough as the distortion comes through. Baolan picks up the kill as Savoki now in trouble. Republic trying to do what he can, but it's a really good exhaust from the Braum. We'll be able to lock that one through. Another Winter's Bite lands, another chain lands, and Rookie gets himself one. 4-1 now in favor of IG.
Where were you all my life, IG? What happened? Baolan is always on top of the play. Can't do much with Ezreal in the lane, of course. Ezreal just able to farm out. Marn just always, right now, just pretty much to his own and playing well accordingly. And Baolan able to just pretty much roam around the map, get those plays off.
But this is exactly what Marge is fantastic at doing.
Yeah.
He's really good at saying goodbye to Baolan and just trying to hold on as best he possibly can as IG win everywhere else. It's how they managed to take down their last opponent in their final game.
Exactly, but the biggest point is when Marge gets his item lead or is just a spike, he plays incredibly well with it. So this bottom lane from IG is doing just the same, but the game's not over yet.
Damn right it's not.
Game Talents is still in it, and Victor, I'm surprised he only has one death with how much his lane is just getting targeted.
Yeah, focused out right now. 21 CS is the lead here for Rookie, but not too bad from Republic, making do with his lacking wave clear as the Chaos Storm flies through. Chains land on the Republic as once again.
There we go.
Oh dear. Zatai lines it up, picks up the kill all too easily. And Gimgoon saying, why is he 2-0-1? I haven't died.
In fact, Gangplank has been at his own tower pretty much the entire game.
Yep.
Gimgoon has just been trying to pressure him because he's pretty much going up against an ultless Gangplank. Because every time Gangplank ulti comes out, it's always being pulled into the bottom lane.
Well, there's a true shot barrage. Marge actually in trouble as Baolan turns up in the nick of time. And Marge is able to pick up the kill with the help of the turret. Rookie's actually looking for Savoki now as well, as there's the chain, lands as well as Baolan flashes over the top. That's going to be the stun from the concussive blows, and will Rookie have the distortion again? The ultimate comes out and Savoki falls. Teleport has to be cancelled.
They're getting played around with. Game Talents are having flashback to the EDG game. They don't want this. They need to take control back.
I'm just not sure how they're going to be able to do that, Raz. I mean, what are their options at this point?
Well, they just got to bunker down because right now...
Oh my goodness, there's the QR combo coming out from Rookie.
Because right now, they don't have many tools to pretty much get them out of this laning phase. Perhaps they can lane swap, start taking down these towers, free up their support.
Well, of course, Savoki hasn't really been moving around, just trying to keep PentaQ in check as Rookie flies through, gets himself another Q down, wants to proc it, and that is going to be more zoning from Republic, who's just not having a good time. Through no fault of his own, to be honest. Everyone just seems to be there. Exactly,
and all Rookie's doing is he's going for these trades that, honestly, you don't expect to get much out of this, right? He gets the trade, he's like, oh, are you able to answer through? I'm just pretty much wave clearing. Victor doesn't really care much, except he has to, because he knows Gangplank's ulti is coming right back up. And he knows that Marge's ulti could just pretty much follow up all the same.
Well, speaking of Zatai's ulti, he's able to pick up the kill into Gimgoon. Trinity Force comes in and he's able to lock that one down. Savoki in trouble on the bottom side is Kid. He's turned up. Marge is going to grab the first kill. Savoki's going to die at the same time. It's a double for the Ezreal now. 3-0-1. And IG will take a dragon just because they can.
There's a party in the bot lane, and it's IG's players. Usually it's the other way around.
Exactly.
What happened?
Well, I think Baolan happened, to be perfectly honest. This guy is really making plays for this team. Turns up and says, don't worry, guys. I got this.
We just need to, we need another check at the PCs of IG, because that's not them. I don't believe in those players being the same.
Well, I definitely believe that it's still Rookie, because this guy's always been very, very good. As he now finds Republic with another chain, but just for a little bit of harassment. This turret is so low.
But IG is still prone to overconfidence.
That is a very good point.
They are prone to overconfidence, and Game Talents are a team, especially with this composition where they can just peel back, protect their carries, they can come back in. You can't count Game Talents out. This was pretty much the same occurrence that happened, maybe not as bad, but up against Newbie. Newbie had an early stranglehold, but Game Talents, just 1 second of Newbie pretty much going too far forward, and Republic cleaned them up with the same pick on Victor.
Yeah, and of course the same picks on the Echo and the Hecarim as well. The fact that Wushang and Gimgoon will have so much backline dive threat. The real question is can they do that against the likes of the Braum, of the Gangplank, who, if you come into them, are able to get rid of you so effectively and keep you down. As once again, another Winter's Bite lands. PentaQ comes in. Ghostblade popped as Marge. Arcane shifts out of the way. Unbreakable's there. And Baolan just keeps his bottom lane alive.
So IG recognized, or at least Marge and Baolan recognized, that they can't go too far forward on that aspect because LeBlanc was still back in base. LeBlanc was still walking out. If they had picked that fight, they would have lost that fight. So they got to watch out. You may be in a lead, but you still need the rest of your team to solidify this game.
Zatai not going to get hit by the parallel convergence. Barrel actually comes down, but Gimgoon breaks it. Cannon Barrage has to be used there from Zatai. Gimgoon just says, well, I'm just going to run really fast out of the way. Everything's fine. Zatai clears out the minion wave in a second.
Now there's some value coming out of Gimgoon's pressure in this lane. Now he's starting to pretty much force the Gangplank ulti that would have been used in this bot lane fight onto Zatai himself.
Yeah, very good play coming out of Gimgoon. Still a shining light for this team. But Zatai's been able to pull ahead in farm. He's managed to get to his Trinity Force almost towards the Ghost Blade. And it just means that he'll be able to insta-clear waves. And the laning pressure Gimgoon has just won't be as high because he's unable to push him in without any response.
And so right now Gangplank does need to watch out. We're getting to a point where Gimgoon is starting to go up. He's starting to get his items. He's starting to be a little more tankier.
Yeah.
But at the same time, now the items that Zatai is building is straight damage. And now he's been getting his kills and gold is just being selfless and throwing his ultis in the other lanes. But right now,
looking for Gimgoon. Barrel comes in. Wushang is here. But Zatai continuing to speed himself up. Throws down the parallel convergence. Zatai looking for the auto attack. Doesn't get it as Wushang now has to deal with him. Barrel not going to find the horse, but two men have to run away. Rookie dives in on the bottom lane here as Savoki goes down very low. PentaQ throws out the culling, but doesn't hit the creep wave. More aggression, but GT don't have to worry about IG diving their turret anymore.
Wushang was topside, but I guess Gimgoon got caught out early. And Zatai was able to just 2v1. The moment he even sees Wushang with Gimgoon, the rest of the IG unit gets goes straight bottom lane and look for a play.
And I love that you say IG unit as well, because we don't talk about IG as a unit all that often. They're not necessarily known for playing the map this holistically. This game looking fantastic as Republic having to deal with Kid. Body Slam doesn't find him, gets the bop. Slow comes in as Rookie now looking to close the gap. Belen stands behind the LeBlanc, and there's the Cannon Barrage. Body Slam lands this time onto Republic, and he'll get mopped up by Rookie.
And Belen's always there. Kid is always there. The presence of the team to always help out their players. And always close out game talents is look to take the game back.
Yeah. And Kid's everywhere on the map at the moment, following Wushang around when he needs to, on the other side of the map when he's trying to make a play that isn't going to work. Kid's Gragas has always been good, but it's just been looking brilliant this end of the season. Rookie going to steal another blue buff.
Yeah, and so of course that's a good.
Not from the reset. That's unfortunate.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, Kid's gonna take it.
It's a good point you've made about just pretty much the individual skills. Whenever we talk about IG, we're like, well, Zatai's a great player, Kid is a great jungler, Rookie's a phenomenal mid laner, and so you wonder why they're so far in the standings. You question how'd they get to that point if indeed their players are good individually. Of course, a lot of blame just gets thrown to the bottom lane. That's partly true, but most of it just comes to the fact that the team does not play well together. Yeah. Zatai doesn't feel like he's always connected to the mid lane, and the same goes the other way around.
Well, Belen slowed down a little bit here, but stands behind Kid, gets himself out. There's the buddy system that we were talking about prior. And Marge with his Ninja Tabi is looking to continue shoving this wave through. Definitely has a I just want to survive mentality.
Survive long enough. Hopefully Game Talents can take this game back.
Well, the pressure has slowed down just a little bit, but 11-1 in kills. Close to a 9,000 gold lead here at 20 minutes in, and it's only a 2-turret advantage for IG. They're just running around the map, picking up kill after kill. They've got CS advantages in every single lane apart from the bottom lane. Everything going their way, and this is their style. They played the Fizz in their last game against Saint. Now the LeBlanc in the mid lane. The Assassins are coming back for Rookie. It always looks good for him as Kid misses the body slam onto the Mountain Drake, but starts it up immediately as soon as it spawns. Savoki's going to check it. His True Shot Barrage flies through, notes the positioning of PentaQ.
Yeah, so big point is, of course, the LeBlanc coming out, and it really all just started from the level 1, right?
Yeah.
And so the level 1 happened. We already knew the IG identity at this game was just that they were going to be able to take control of their lanes and pretty much utilize it to go around the map. Now, of course, what ended up happening is rather than converging on the bottom lane, they just bullied Republic.
Yeah.
At every point, they just bullied him. They pretty much always forced him, at least they forced him off the lane. Most of the time, they just end up killing him. So this is definitely a new IG that we're seeing, in that they're just, of course, once they get these leads, they just don't sit on it.
No. Proactive plays around the map. Kid now clearing out vision. Another ward goes down as PentaQ possibly in trouble. Kid just wanders into the lane. Now Rookie bot side. We've got Zatai on the top side of the map. The rest of the IG force pushing in the mid lane. Chain goes wide there from Rookie, but keeps himself out of trouble. He's still 50 CS ahead. Parallel convergence, just Arcane shifted out of the way of. GT clear out this wave, but Rookie turns up one more time. The pillar just can't lock down the LeBlanc.
Yep, and you mentioned this earlier about the 1-3-1. We were talking about, at this point, yeah, they got this lead by just working together as a unit. But now, going up against the Victor to close out the game, they don't want Victor sticking to mid. They pulled LeBlanc to the side lane, always threatening Victor's lane. So now Victor can't go mid. Well, if he does, then LeBlanc will pressure out and look to assassinate anyone who sticks to him. So now Victor's in bot lane clearing duty. And just like that, mid lane goes down.
Yeah, can't utilize the wave clearers. Now IG, all 5 members moving towards this bottom side, looking for a potential dive by the looks, but it is going to be IG just surrounding this turret and tearing it apart. Trinity Force there, Iceborne Gauntlet as well. Rookie with a lot of damage. Now just going to zone them out of the way while this tower falls down. And GT just look like they don't have the answers.
They just don't, though. 10K gold lead, 20 minutes into the game. 11 kills to 1. At this point, they don't have any inner towers on the bot side of the map. Mid, bot, it's going to be incredibly scary for anyone who pushes far past that point. And all eyes are going to be on Baron now.
Yeah, and honestly, if we couldn't see the names of these players, I'd thought that I might have just turned up to the first series. Saint versus EDG. This is about as one-sided as you'd expect that series to be, which it was. But not what we were expecting out of this one. IG, the underdogs, coming in and playing out of their minds right now as Republic not going to get hit by the barrel, but is going to have that backstopped. Chaos Storm flies through. Barrel dodged as the Cannon Barrage comes in. Gravity Field's good as Gimgoon looking to try and stop Zatai. Doesn't want to take that whole Chaos Storm. As IG had started off the Baron, but do back away. Kid gets himself into position with a body slam, but doesn't find anyone. A little bit of a misplay, and good play out of Republic there on the bottom side to stay alive.
I like the temperament coming out of IG here, too. Usually, a lot earlier on in the split, if Zatai saw 2 people coming at him, he would have said, hey, go to Baron.
Go 1 for 1.
I'll take these guys, go Baron. But instead, they recognize that was a risky play. They have a massive lead. So instead of just going for that 50-50, they decide, you know what, we're just going to pretty much take control of this area and start clearing out vision.
Yeah, set themselves up. As now, no one can face check. Rookie able to insta-kill, does have 8 stacks on that Dark Seal, as well as the needlessly large rod. Went with the Luden's Echo as well, so wanted that early damage spike from that item. Now into the Rabadons by the looks of things. Bit of a difference from what we've seen out of Republic, as Rookie now looking to close the distance. Kid right in there already. Savoki down low, gets singled out with the ultimate, and Savoki falling down very low through the subjugate and will still fall. Kid flashes out of the way as Gimgoon now in trouble. Has used the ultimate already. The flash is down, and Zatai shoots him in the back of the head to grab themselves the kill. Barrels come in, they clear out the wave, and now IG straight to the Baron. 5 versus 3 now, if GT want to try and contest.
2 for nothing. They have complete vision control of this Baron. They can turn right back to him. Zatai has ulti. If game talents look to defend, if they look to take this Baron out, or at least threaten, it's just not theirs.
And this is a no-risk play, and not something that IG normally do, as Zatai and Rookie so easily take down Republic. The Baron falls at the same time. This is a whitewash from this team.
Yeah, just before this game, actually, we saw the grin on Savoki. They were coming into this set pretty comfortable, pretty happy.
Pretty confident.
Yeah, and it's got to be wiped completely off his face after this one.
Oh, yeah. GT really going to have a look at themselves after this match. but it's 14,000 gold the lead. Baron buff swirling around Invictus Gaming. 27 minutes. Next Mountain Drake coming up in 1 minute's time. And that one kill that GT got was honestly Rookie slightly misjudging an auto attack's damage.
Ah, that's true.
And dying to the tower. It was a kill gifted to GT. That's how controlled IG have been this game.
That's a good point.
No other risk has been taken, really.
Gifted that straight to Republic. Christmas came early.
It did, and then was taken away immediately.
Yeah.
It's like Santa turns up and the Grinch says, nope, I am sorry, you're not welcome here.
Just return that straight to the department store.
Yeah, I know, lay-by. Something like that. It's a big problem. It's GT. Oh, my goodness. Savoki. Oh,
there we
True
go.
Shot Barrage, not enough. Savoki down to about 10 health. Is going to survive. Wusheng may not be as lucky, though, as Gimgoon's right in here as well. Rookie picks up the kill onto the horse as Gimgoon now trying to run away. The flashes come in, but the distort is going to be enough. Republic's going to fall as well. It's a triple kill for the Lord Blanc, as you can see Zatai. He's able to tidy up the AD carry on the bottom side of the map. 4 dead on the side of GT, and this inhibitor turret's going down.
Yeah, and that has to be game. There is still time for Game Talents to come back into it. Perhaps, maybe.
Whoa, there's the ace as Savoki falls. Rookie very, very low. And look at the turret damage that this team has. Now with the Baron buff there as well. It's torn apart by this IG roster. A 28-minute victory over Game Talents. They make it look so easy.
20k gold lead. They took the early lead and they ran home with it.
Sprinted.
Just jogged, found the bus stop.
Okay, and if you're just tuning into the LPL now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Invictus Gaming, the team currently in 5th position in their group, sitting at 3-10 at this stage of the season. This is a team not in form, theoretically. This is a team that hasn't necessarily been playing well this season. That was one of the most beautiful games I have ever seen. We're going to see some of the highlights as well. And IG really turning a corner.
Look at this IG bottom lane. Of course, a little bit of disrespect coming from Game Talents, but you have to respect March and Bao Lan.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where they found him, but you better keep him.
Damn right. As long as they don't go anywhere, Raz, we're going to be absolutely fine. As another beautifully orchestrated fight from IG comes in. Kid delivers the support, and in goes Rookie with all of that AoE damage. Kid then flashes out of the way. He's done his job. Gimgoon just cannot survive as IG even team fighting perfectly as a unit this game.
Yeah, this team right now pretty much we saw this IG pretty much in game 2 and game 3 of their Saint set. And I was wondering if we were going to consistently see this, or is this their response to, Saint as a team?
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It seems like now they're going up against Game Talent in the standings right now, they just came out of a sweet victory against Newbie.
Yeah, 2-0 victory as well. It was considerable. And the fact that, Newbie were looking better and better. Game Talents were on a 6-game losing streak. And look, it looks like that one victory is not going to be followed up by too many more unless they can make a difference as we move into game number 2. We are going to have a short break, but when we get back, we'll see whether Game Talents can fight back against a fired-up IG.